Whoops. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Sophomore 16 invitational match. Today we have Coney versus YORN. With me in the booth is Lay Sauce. Lay Sauce, how are you feeling about this match?
I think it's going to be really close, and probably the first one we see that goes to a game three. I mean, based on their PBs, they're what, like 20-30 second difference. So I think we're in for a great matchup. Thank you for having me.
It is an honor to have you. We do have Coney on N64, so we will be accounting for that with a 10-second head start. So when I say go, start your timers anyway. But then YORN just go at like 10 seconds. Does that make sense? Is that fair? Does that sound good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Coney, how are you feeling going into this? Do you think you will succeed? Have you been working hard, hardly working? What's going on?
No, brother, I'm feeling nervous. So my plan today was to practice for about an hour, but I got a kid, and she's sick today. So my wife had to go out and get medicine, and I had to watch the baby. And I went live about 10 minutes ago. So I'm a little cold, but we'll rely on instinct here.
That is what you have to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be done. Got to play the game. I believe that you could still bring it on. You got a nice little warm up, 10 minutes there, so it was surely enough. YORN, how are you feeling?
Thanks.
I'm pretty nervous,
Mhm.
but I've been practicing like a shit ton. Probably
Okay.
like 5 hours a day.
Oh wow. So
And I've been doing like races offline, so I'm pretty confident as well.
a very nice voice you have, YORN.
Thank you.
And I am definitely looking forward to seeing how this match goes down. I think that's about all. You both ready to go? Ready for countdown?
Yes, sir.
So you want me to wait until Coney's timer says 10 seconds, or what do you mean?
So I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go, and then when I say go, you reset, start your timer. For YORN, reset at 10 seconds on your timer. Does that make sense? So you'll start your timer at the same time that Coney does, but you won't reset
Oh,
until...
and then reset again in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
You said no mics, right?
Yep.
You got it. Cool.
All right. Are you both ready right now? YORN, ready?
I need to check if I have a save file. Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck.
Thank you, brother.
Feel free to deafen or whatever. I mean, if you want to hear... Actually, no, yeah. If you hear the commentary, it'll overlap.
I'll just deafen.
Best of luck. Feel free to
All right,
deafen or
here we
whatever if you
are.
wanna hear the...
Simply,
Actually, no,
I don't know
yeah,
about
if
you.
commentary.
I am erect with joy.
Best of luck. I am definitely excited myself. The chat was spamming very hard with YORN apparently having his Discord feed on. Not sure why that matters at all, but glad that everyone was spamming it.
Yeah, that 1 minute that it was gonna last was probably intolerable.
So we do have a bit of a timer gap here. YORN's timer did restart, but I'm just gonna line them up so that they're about 10 seconds apart. I think it will be fine, but we will have to add 10 seconds to whatever YORN's final time is. So it's going to be a little bit weird. Oh, yeah, wait, just have YORN's timer start at 11:36. Yeah, that makes sense. Auto split has struck, but it's okay. Not a huge deal. I think we'll be just fine. And Coney with a...
He's my friend. We gotta visit the homies, bro. We gotta visit the homies.
Some commentary here from Coney. Excited to talk to the Lakitu.
Yeah, definitely not the start you're gonna want. But I mean, from what I've heard, Coney has done some Smash commentary. I don't know how much he plays. So I'm sure has some tournament experience in some way, right?
Yes, I mean he's definitely if you've done Smash, you know, but I don't know how much it transfers. YORN, though, failing the bomb clip could be a moment for Coney to catch up some time. He does. Cannot pound the star. Third time's the charm.
But a freeing of the chomp, I mean, it's all you could really ask for. It's one of the nicer things you can truly do. He's been trapped for so long, and to let that chomp free it feels good, man. Feels good.
Definitely might not be feeling good for YORN, though, but, you know, these things happen. There's still plenty of time, plenty of room for errors and whatnot. But so far, so good. I think on both ends, nothing... I mean, honestly, it better be fucking good if we're 1 star in. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Like, I don't know how else how could you lose so much time in the beginning? It's a solid race so far. It's basically what I'm getting at.
Well done. Well done. All right, we're getting the full poop sock setup here from Coney, where YORN going for texture.
And both working out. Wow. And now this is accurate. This is tied up. I know the timers are off, but what you see is what you get. They are lined up gameplay-wise, adjusting for the handicap. Again, Coney playing on N64. It's a laggy piece of shit, so we do give him a little bit of a boost to keep things as fair as they can be. YORN going for Owlus. There
first
it
Owlus
is.
of the tourney, right? Very good.
I do believe that is the first successful Owlus. The 4 weirds are going to be pleased, but I think that's YORN's mascot anyway, so it's not like they're not going to be getting spammed anyway. But we'll have to see what Coney does. I do not anticipate an Owlus on Coney's side. I just don't see it happening.
Well, going for Wild Blue, I mean, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect anything.
Thanks.
A little bit of time save. Oh, Russell, thank you so much for the sub, man. Yeah, I'll definitely play Chows again, for sure. Thank you, Shadow. Pounding this womp.
All going according to simp script.
There is no script. If I had a script, trust me, Mizkif would have won. That would have been, if there was anything to script, it would have been Mizkif winning, okay? That's proof enough that there's no script.
I mean, there must have been hell to pay afterwards, right?
No. I mean, I definitely just was like, damn, that man got clapped, and then, you know, just kind of moved on. There was
the contract wasn't voided.
Curb saying there was a script, he just didn't follow it. It's total BS. Show me the records. Show me the receipts. There ain't shit. It ain't real.
Yeah, I mean, so far we're not really seeing anything bad. You know, outside of the missed bomb clip from YORN there. Womp's been pretty good.
I mean, it sounds like YORN has been trying very hard. He's saying he's been practicing 5 hours a day. Definitely looking fairly polished apart from the bomb clip fail, but Coney is already down. I mean, it's hard to say. 10, 15, 20 seconds or so from Womps.
Yeah, I mean, you see him there taking Spirit Airlines over to the cage just to grab the star. That's going to take a little bit of extra time, so that definitely does not help.
Co-commentator bringing up some airlines. Not sure if he's sponsored by Spirit or if he's just trying to shit on them, but either way, getting free publicity, that definitely won't do anything for Spirit, as YORN re-impregnates the penguin, plugging that penguin back in where it should be for such a bad mother. Dancing around the penguin a little bit, a side flip into the star.
And a partial impregnation.
Yeah.
This penguin just, oh my god.
Not quite able to get it back in there. Close enough, though. Wall kicks will work here. Pro strats for YORN!
Oh no!
That is really unfortunate. Perhaps biting off more than he could chew. A failure from YORN, and that puts Coney back in the lead. As he's
our first tumble.
taking a more mild, safer. YORN getting it second time around, but falling down as well. Just not going well. Wall kicks will work. Really struggling, but only a little bit behind Coney here.
I mean, just from what we've seen, you know, Coney really hasn't messed anything up, but YORN's movement has been enough to, especially with 2 decent-sized mistakes already, keep it basically even.
I mean, just on that castle movement alone, YORN making up seconds, it seems. Right on Coney's ass now, entering Dark World. But yeah, I mean, YORN is looking pretty crisp. He's making some silly mistakes. He is doing some harder strats, while Coney's keeping a little more reserved. And, you know, that's the mentality that Punkei adopts. You know, he's not trying to do anything crazy. He's just doing what he knows consistently. And sometimes that's all you need.
And the last thing you're going to want right now is to take a death here. I mean, at this level of 16-star gameplay, it's not the end-all be-all in a race, but it is going to be really destructive for your mental well-being the rest of the way.
Yeah, I definitely am. I would guess that both runners don't want to die here. I think that is wise.
Oh my god.
Oh.
YORN! Oh my god, YORN. What is happening?
What is happening? Okay. Wow. A little bit of spaghetti on both ends. We're both going for red coins. And still basically tied up. Coney, what are these? Giving me a heart attack in the booth. He's just walking off the ledge.
I mean, I could understand why you don't feel comfortable with the rollout, but the camera just makes that so much more scary. You don't see where you're going. All you have to do is just be a little too far left, and you're taking a bonk off the wall and falling to your death.
Yeah, that was... I mean, it seemed like he's pretty confident in it, so we'll let it slide, but YORN does yoink the lead in Dark World, landing a nice throw on the first bomb. Coney a little off to the side. Not too bad. Better than just, you know, tossing them off of the entire stage.
Yeah, extremely frustrating.
Commentator just now noticing that there is a turd in the middle of the screen. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I honestly did not notice that in the layout until now, but it just looks like a piece of poop in the middle. Is it an island? I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, the bridge connecting the gameplay. That's it. Very nice rationale. That definitely works. That is how you connect two things, is with a turd. But back to the game. We are going into Shifting Sandland, one of the scariest areas. Actually, I wouldn't say one of the scariest, but definitely very easy to lose a lot of time here.
Right, one you know, slight missed angle here for the Talon Star, and that fly guy will be awoken. It's not what you want, but went well for both runners here so far. It's a great start.
Absolutely. The breasts coming in on the TTS. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Sex, for the breasts. Clean. So far.
Yeah, we're about halfway, you know, if you were to take their PBs into consideration, and we've been given a good race here. You know, like, again, Coney not making really any mistakes. You got to give it up.
Yeah, he's not making any big mistakes. He's just, you know, taking his time on, like, for example, that last star, you know, just they both did it. No major mistake, but Coney not able to get the momentum. YORN with 2 quick pounds. And a ledge grab as well. Really just finding all the possible time
This is where
loss.
it can get scary. Flashbacks to Ideal from the freshman 16.
YORN taking a pause to make some decisions, but Coney taking the lead in the meantime.
Oh, man.
We do have a little disconnect on the timers. I'm going to go ahead and just pause here. Let them catch up. We're going to go to 11:02 for YORN. It's still a pretty close race, you know. Not too far apart. 12 stars in. Feels like one that's going to come down to the BLJs, and honestly, most 16-star races do come down to the BLJs. Quick punch in the face to Toad. getting the star going.
Yeah, big part of it too. I mean, with this movement we're seeing from YORN, definitely could possibly have the ability to get you know, zero cycle there in Fire C too. And that could be a big difference there over Coney.
Huge time save potential in Fire C. I would not be surprised if he's going for it. A clean, amazing exit there. Let's see what Coney's got. Kills the spider, and it's things like this, you know, the little things, the movement. It's just areas where, assuming YORN is got his shit together, which is questionable at the moment, considering what we have seen. The bomb clip, wall kicks work. Despite all of these errors, he is still keeping up. Scuttlebug, sorry, my bad.
In the lead. You know, it's really impressive to make those mistakes. And to not see Coney make any, it kind of shows you just the difference in both these runners so far.
The importance of movement. I mean, obviously Coney's made a mistake. It's just deaths are so obvious, you know, like that, going past the star, not getting a ground pound. Little things, but they do add up. YORN with a nice catch on Mips.
Yeah, and here you're gonna see some runners make a lot of mistakes too. You know, you mess up Mips once, and it just turns into a cycle. Coney taking the scenic route around to get Mips to take his time and make sure he has the right angle, and you know, if it works for him, that's good.
I believe that was a second try Mips clip for YORN. Coney did take the scenic. We saw that yesterday as well, or on Wednesday. Ooh, slightly off angle here for Coney. The Mips clip is really important. That might work. Oh.
Yeah, the camera, it's so important.
Oh!
Oh my god, wow.
The rare adjustment, you know, we barely ever see that. It's almost like forgotten tech or ancient tech where if you pass Mips through, or you go for a Mips clip and you're a bit, just barely too far to the right, you can jump in the door and move over. And it's just enough of an adjustment that you are able to maybe get a regrab. Coney taking his moment to pause. Now the timers are all sorts of fucked up. We are going further and further into the past. I will reline these up after the match, but I do want to keep the feeds consistent.
I would say that backup is not really well known by a lot of runners, so you know, big shout out to Coney there for understanding in the moment, especially during a race here, and making it work. But YORN already into Fire C, and this is where we can see a lot happen. I mean, we've already seen a death here. One race in, it could happen, and that will cost a big chunk of time. But so far, YORN definitely on pace for zero cycle, but the late triple jump there, not able to get enough height. So I think it might, I don't know, it's going to be close.
Coney eating a healthy dose and maybe even an overdose of leg there on the back of the sub. YORN missing the cycle, almost had it. Just needed to land the wall kick, unable to clear the ledge. Some strange movement.
Oh boy.
Really giving that wall some love and moving along. Left side, YORN looking extremely cozy here in game one.
Ooh, Coney also getting a ledge grab there at the start too, so killing zero cycle right away. But at this point, you just play it safe. You know you're not going to make the cycle. Gonna take a burn.
The booty burn. Not really a big deal. I mean, once you miss zero cycle, you kind of got a lot of time anyway. A failed throw!
Missing the throw!
Ooh, that is the worst spot to miss a throw, and just like that, it seems not too bad for Coney, but going to once again be eating a shitload of leg.
Oh no.
And he's got
Coney
the weird
losing
angle.
the angle.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh
Does he
god.
make it?
Definitely a tough
Oh my god.
It's hard to finesse that after you get burned once. You really got to have a crazy good angle. It's extremely tight, and just like that, YORN is basically taking a stroll through the park here now for the end of game one, unless he has a complete Mario meltdown.
Yeah,
Lost.
Coney unfortunately keck walking along the siding there. Not very good. Not very good. But you mentioned it. BLJs, they can change everything. And if YORN just happens to have a minute's worth of struggles here, that could change it all.
That's one. He's gonna need to do that about 10,000. Actually, probably 10 more times. But it ain't happening.
He's in.
Second try for YORN. And now looking extremely comfortable. Is this PB pace?
YORN's definitely PB pace. I was just thinking that. I mean, based on the movement I've seen, I'm surprised YORN does not have a sub 20 yet. And it could happen right here. Maybe our second PB of the tourney.
Could very well be. Some Pepe laughing going on in the chat. Maybe there is something that I don't know about YORN. Perhaps has a secret PB. Seems like he might be hustling. Quick bonk there, moving along. Coney definitely going to have to do some incredible things to make this happen. A teleportation straight into the pipe would probably help.
All right, we're gonna need to see some Goomba magic here for Coney to have any ability. But YORN going from moving left, or not moving left, stationary left, and getting it second try. Very nice.
The triple jump wall kick, and now YORN. Are we about to maybe see an 18-minute time here? Despite a few deaths. No BLJ for Coney. He is definitely smurfing.
Has to be. What is going on?
It is. I mean, he did say he was practicing 5 hours a day. You know, if you really wanted to dedicate a lot of your time, and a miss there on the first throw for YORN. You know, you can improve pretty fast when you're in the 20-minute, 19-minute territory. If you put the time in, Coney does not getting anything.
One for YORN there. It's looking as if the 18 is gone.
Did I lose already?
A second throw. We did get a long pin sale. Exclamation point, long pins.
Oh, God.
You can get your very own chicken
is it
sandwich
over?
pin. Coney realizing it might be over.
Almost? Okay. I can come back.
Yo.
He'll miss all the throws.
Coney taking a heavy dose of copium here as YORN gets his final throw. And is that a PB? Is this...
That is a real PB, but I've had better times in practice.
What do you mean better times in practice?
Well, I've practiced, well, I've obviously did runs in practice, and I once got an 18.
So then wouldn't that be your PB?
Yeah, but it didn't record that one.
Oh.
I guess that doesn't count as my real PB.
I mean, I would think it still counts. But I mean, regardless, game one, winner. How do you feel?
I'm still pretty nervous, dude. I've been shaking the entire match.
You still brought it together. You got the moves. You, there's a lot of people claiming smurfing here. YORN, what do you have to say to the people claiming that you are a smurf?
I guess that's to be expected.
Hey,
But
did I practice throws?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Am I done?
I've played 70 a bit before before you invited me to the tournament, so that's probably why my skills are a bit above my PB.
I see. Okay. So you are indeed a smurf. The 16 PB. Interesting. That is interesting.
Why you gotta put me with the smurf, huh?
I thought I had asked everyone who like had a 20 what their 70 star was, but I guess I didn't ask YORN.
You did not ask me, no?
So yeah. That's on me. I mean, it's not like smurf to the point of like unbeatable or anything, but definitely like yeah.
Wait, he got 1915?
He did
Could have been like a mid to high 18.
You can beat the game that fast?
I guess so.
He is definitely a bit speedy.
But as I said, I've practiced so much. I'm glad it's paying off.
I mean, honestly, like grinding like 5 hours a day will definitely boost your skills a lot. So I think either way, you know, it makes sense. But yeah. So wait, you should set your split to start at 11:36, Yorn. That'll fix the auto split.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine you put Miz up against Yorn, the shit that you would hear for months and months.
It definitely would be some drama, but that's neither here nor there. Are you both ready for game 2?
Sure.
This live split is crashing for me.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Let us know what's going on, Yorn.
Dude, my splits didn't say. What the fuck? Yeah, I might have to restart Project 64.
Take your time.
So Coney,
Yep.
honestly, I didn't think it was a terrible run. I mean, you like up until Fire Sea, there weren't really any mistakes. Did you feel like it was a pretty good run up to that point?
Yeah, I was doing good. I got to visit my friend Lakatu. Got to hang out with my owl guy as my buddy. My main concern was BLJs, which is what I wanted to that's actually what I wanted to practice today, but I didn't get a chance to. So that was where things got really bad. I think I got a little too antsy when it came to the Fire Sea because I was realizing how much lag I was getting. So I was like, okay, let me just force this through quickly, and then I died.
Yeah, that's definitely the hard part with that moment right there. Once you don't get the long jump, you know, it's very easy to mistime the input because of all the lag. So, but you almost brought it back, and it would have been really impressive. It simply mentioned it, not easy to do when you can only take one burn to make it to the platform there. So, but still, like I said, not a terrible run there from you. No mistakes to be seen before that. So. If you can do that again, I don't see why this couldn't go to a game 3.
We'll see. I don't know. My movement is very ugly, so you know, I feel like he's definitely got me beat on that. But maybe he'll, I don't know.
Maybe the
he'll
nerves will get to me.
Maybe Bowser won. Maybe we'll hope for a choke there.
It could definitely happen, Coney. We do appreciate you smiling through the pain. It is very admirable. Big appreciation
it's
here
all
from
you
the
could
booth.
do. It's all you could do.
Are you ready, Yorn?
I am ready, yes.
Okay. I would still do the. Actually, yeah, I guess you could just start at the same time, and then the handicap will just be there.
Sure,
Yeah.
that works.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Best of luck. Are you ready, Yorn?
I am ready, yes.
Okay. My voice is so distorted on his stream. I would still do. I need to I'm gonna reboot their streams right now while we're loading up here. Get a refresh. Get up to date. We are a bit delayed on that front. Sauce, how are you feeling going into game 2 here? What do you think is gonna happen? Give me your honest analysis.
Oh, I mean, after what we've seen and heard, it's kind of, you know, tilting a lot more in favor of Yorn. You know, we noticed it during game 1, right? The movement looked pretty crispy. Was saving time just along there, even with the mistakes that Coney had not made. So I think it's going to be a tough battle for Coney coming up here. Especially knowing that Yorn has gotten 18s and was 18 pace going into throws there, but you never know what could happen, you know?
You do never know what could happen. That is definitely true. Coney did land a Lakitu skip. Unfortunately, it did not show. There we go. It is now showing. We are good.
And Yorn this time, taking the few extra seconds to hear what Lack 2 has to say. Peepo talking very, very kind and generous of Yorn to do so. All he wants is a friend.
We're going to reboot Yorn as well. Miss bomb clip from Coney. We can see his facial reaction on the right side. A quick pound on the pole. Lining these timers up. There is going to be a 10-second difference, but they did start at the same time. It is a handicap for N64.
Yeah, he's still, you can see it, making that mistake, still smiling through the pain, continuing that, and you know, maybe that mindset is going to bring out the W here for Coney. You'd love to see it. We want to see a game 3.
It is a champion's mindset for sure on Coney's side. Definitely, you know, I can understand how he's feeling. You know, it's a complex situation. Well, we are getting the feed sorted out here on Yorn's side. The production value is just not happening.
So chat, how was your day? Leftovers, you know.
There we go.
All the great stuff. Oh, perfect.
We're
All
good.
Right. Never mind, chat. Goodbye.
Never mind, chat. We don't actually care. It was simply just stalling. And here we are. A nice cannonless there for Coney. Yorn going for an owless. And landing it.
Yorn must have hit Canless somewhere in there, right? Because otherwise we would have probably seen it on that attempt there with having 3 stars. So that's what I would assume so far has happened since we did not see it.
Yeah, I'm assuming Yorn did not make any crazy mistakes other than that bonk. That could be an opening for Coney to bring it back. There is no lover host. Shiny Tomb, it is not happening. Please shut your stem head ass up. Thank you. Stem roast. Anyways, Coney rerouting there for the Womp fight.
But once again, we'll see Coney awaken the owl. I mean, we didn't see too many people upset from the first awakening. So honestly, that's a win for chat in itself.
It is, yeah, the 10 seconds. It's just, it adds up. It makes sense, I think. If assuming they finished at the same time, Coney would finish with a faster time of 10 seconds. Gameplay wise, they started at the same time. It might be a little confusing for the timers, but yeah.
I mean, just movement right there. You're seeing the big difference. You know, Coney having to go to the floating island to go across to the tower. Yorn setting up that nice camera into the triple jump dive to land on the elevator for the tower. So little things like that are, I mean, they're adding up very, very quickly. You don't realize how much time it saves, but that's already a very good start for Yorn here, as Coney is now once again flying with the owl.
Mm-hmm. There it is. And a nice drop. Slightly off. Yorn might be going for a 16 on this run. The pace is already looking good. Assuming he does not get any deaths, there is literally no chance for Coney to take a W, which is very exciting. Definitely a good game here. Good race. You love to see it. Shoutouts to Yorn for, you know, just being so good at the game. Also grinding like mad for this game 1. Definitely some cool stuff going on. Delivering the penguin. Did he do the stem head challenge? It is a good question. Maybe we will see a face cam. Another fall.
Death.
truly...
Another wall kicks will work death. Unbelievable. And that, you know, we're going to need to see stuff like that, right? Yorn's going for these harder strats.
We're going to need to see
Coney's
that
going to need it.
again. Let's see if he can do that again, maybe, on Yorn's side.
Oh, that angle.
Angle not very good. Not quite.
Had it that time. It looked like he dived a little too early. You dive too early there, you're gonna get too much distance, and that's almost what happened there. On the rollout, was not able to land on the bridge.
Coney plopping down here for wall kicks will work. I mean, to be honest, it's not out of the realm or you know, out of the norm for a round 1 game to be, you know, a bit of a gap. It's honestly intended, you know, with the seeding. You know, first seed typically goes against 16th seed, second seed against 15th seed. You know, the matches start to get a bit more interesting as we get deeper into the bracket. You know, it happens. It definitely happens. But
Well,
maybe...
what are the seeding between these two?
Let's go ahead and check the seeds here. Going off of the PBs that were set before the tournament was started. YORN is 10th seed. Coney is 7th seed. So,
Oh, wow.
Coney should win this match based on the seeding. We did go off of the PBs, you know, for the most part. But did not factor in 70-star PB. Kind of perhaps slipped up there. Kind of an oversight.
Ooh, this Goomba for YORN. Not in a good spot. Oh, landing on the Goomba, making it work, though. Wow. Okay.
And Coney taking a moment to enjoy the scenery.
All right, so I mean, definitely was not as clean this time around here in Dark World for YORN. Had a lot of movement mistakes. As Coney taking a dive instead of a kick. That is absolutely huge. Massive, already being down, you know, about 45 seconds, and that is going to be at least another 30 added on to it. That is absolutely massive so far here in Game 2.
Yeah. Certainly is going to be a bit tough here for Coney now, I think, to bring it back. But, you know, anything's possible. Anything is possible. I think maybe if we get a Cosmic Ray from the sun, we could perhaps maybe get a bit flip on YORN's computer to cause a reset. So we'll have to wait and see what the sun plans on doing on this fine afternoon.
Yes, any solar flares around by chance?
I mean, there's a chance. We'll have to see. Only wrapping up Dark World. Thank you, Bert, for the prime.
Oh my god, it scares me every time. The ankle just seems so weird.
Slow climb here for Coney, but wrapping up Bowser in the Dark World. YORN in Shifting Sandland. A couple of pounds.
Uh-oh.
It seems like his tag. Or his... I don't know what you want to call it, but when he does 1 pound, he usually goes for a double pound. It's a recurring theme now.
Yes, the YORN calling card.
The calling
ground pound.
card. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
All right, Coney now finishing up here. Again, YORN really hasn't been on point like we saw in the first match. But unfortunately, that death there from Coney is just devastating. YORN going to be finishing up SSL before Coney even gets down there.
A Dark World death is definitely very upsetting. Probably the worst possible spot.
There's more, you know?
There
little
is
things
more.
Here and there.
There is definitely more. Coney giving the wall some love before popping the key in the door. But he's got quite a lot of work ahead of him. A pound before getting basement started. We'll see if YORN can land another PB. an online PB. That would be very cool. We have an offline PB, which I guess is a fake PB. So maybe he can get a real online PB here in this race. Could be pretty fucking pog. Emiru nowhere to be found. But still cheering. It does not stop.
Right, YORN talking to Toad first. It's a change from what you usually see.
I think we saw Toad first on both sides. 12 stars entering. Typical for the early Toad.
Thanks.
Coney wrapping up SSL. Impossible, thank you for the Prime. And we're getting a lot of comments about the timer needing to be 10 seconds ahead, but if you think about it, a timer, when you stop it, if it's ahead, that is a worse time. So if you wanted to be 10 seconds ahead, you would actually want to be 10 seconds behind. It's a little confusing. I know it's a tough concept, but you kind of have to think about it in reverse from what you might normally be thinking. So we do have the 10-second boost here on Coney's side. Yeah, it's like golf. Does that make sense? Smaller number, better. Better number, smaller. 10 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Co-commentator pretending to not understand to further the confusion in the chat, and it is definitely working as YORN wraps up HMC. Coney just entering.
All right, let's see how Mips clip goes here for YORN this time around. And get a first try that just basically continues the dominance that has been this match too thus far.
A very quick clip here for YORN. And popping Mips into the wall.
PETA will not be happy about that one.
Golf is not relatable to the rest of Twitch. Do any of you know what golf is? Wait, am I off base here? Apparently no one knows what golf is. It is not relatable. You are all stupid nerds who never go outside or play sports or understand what they are. So let me find a different analogy. YORN is in the lead right now. A slight lead.
Yes, Twitch with golf, significant others, and friendship. You don't see it too often.
Yes, Mero, I am.
Simply, I have been practicing for 4 to 5 hours a day too, and went from 24 minutes to 20:29.
Once again, Coney with the scenic route, but making it work both times. You know, whatever makes it easier. It's pretty easy to miss Mips there on that grab. So having to not chase him down into the corner is pretty good.
Definitely a very nice time save. Mero, I am going to beat your ass. 100% confirmed. Thank you for asking. There's no hiding from the ass beating. It is happening regardless. As YORN going for an early cycle. 0 cycle. Oh!
And that's a death under the triangles.
A very, very big death. Coney eating all the leg possible here in DDD. A classic that we haven't seen in a while. Probably because there hasn't been a tournament in over a year, but dying underneath the platform, you get caught, you get trapped, infinite booty burn. Sometimes you actually can survive, but not this time around for YORN. Could still maybe get a PB, though, even with that death, which would be pretty incredible. Coney taking his time with these swims. Not going to be making 0 cycle, but still pretty cozy pace here for YORN.
For a second there, it looked like YORN was lining up to take the monkey bars across, but I guess not. Doing this once again, the same exact thing that happened last race. Jump diving a little too late.
Wrapping it up. Apparently YORN needs more stems. I don't think that's an issue that anyone actually has. It's a made-up fake propaganda by Big Stem. As Coney moving up Fire Sea. Hopefully no death here.
Yeah, the one death we saw from YORN was something Coney definitely needed. Oh my god, the same thing almost happened to Coney there. But we're gonna need to see a pretty big meltdown here from YORN on BLJs or in bits for Coney to kind of bring this back at the moment.
Definitely very much necessary. Commentator very enthused with the match. Definitely not confused or, you know, feeling feelings in his brain as we go up to the BLJs. Sub 20 pace for YORN. Could he bring back-to-back 19s to the Sophomore 16 in round 1? Hard to say.
I mean, just from what we're seeing here from YORN, I think it's pretty safe to say that, oh no, a missed throw. Just adding more pain and suffering and more distance between Coney and YORN. But yeah, I mean, with YORN and what we've seen at this point, if the grind is true, then we are seeing possibly a top contender here in the tourney.
And no signal. It is over for Coney. Magically appearing back at the game screen. I'm not sure what happened there. Going to 119 stars. Let's see if maybe he can beat YORN to the end. A technique not seen before, but it might be crazy enough to work out here for Coney. He's going above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Chatting the 119 world record, maybe.
We'll see what he has. But YORN's still looking pretty good here. Coney will be able to go through the doors, thankfully. Doesn't need to worry about a BLJ. Although technically it would be faster if he got first try perfect BLJs, but that is a tall task. YORN up the sky. Oh!
Doing it again.
Okay. He can wall kick, very impressive stuff, but can he ledge grab? He gets it on the 3rd try. Coney right behind now. But YORN's still in the driver's seat.
Oh my god, Coney.
Getting the red coin, a couple of coins. Where is he going? The ledge grab, long jumping into space.
Really giving these stairs some love. You don't see it often, but when you do, you love to see it.
A miss from YORN. Coney moving through the blocks, but it's a little scary. It's very scary on these blocks. Coney figuring it out, though. Another miss from YORN, just unable to land these throws. Coney might be able to bring it back here in game 2. Just a little bit behind now. There is a chance. The same spot for the 3rd time. YORN unable to bring it together for these throws.
And there it is. Final. I mean, this seems to be YORN's weakness. It truly does. I don't know, maybe YORN's watching the feed, doesn't know that Coney has 119 stars and is stressing out. That could be it.
The throw to space, it could be anybody's game. Coney is here. Who is it going to be? YORN's got a second throw. Booty burn, very rare. One more throw needed, but he's not able to do it. Coney could just bring it out if he lands these next 2. But he does not. Bowser on the edge. Very bad positioning.
YORN, yep, shocked twice.
Here it is. Winding up for this final throw. And there it is. A 20-43.
Yo.
Welcome, YORN, back into the booth. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, a very good W. 2 quick ones to the face. Just like that. Moving on into round 2.
Oh man, it was close. It was close.
It was a close game. A 20.
Man.
But you know, unfortunately or fortunately for YORN, it did come down to the end, and he did, you know, bring it out.
Yeah, he landed the throws. That's why he won. Yeah.
He did land the
I mi-
throws. It was very
I think
close.
I missed 4 throws.
Coney was in Bowser in the Sky, our closest game yet.
So close, bro.
Very close indeed. And that is that for YORN versus Coney. YORN, how are you feeling after this W?
I don't know. I feel pretty good about myself. I guess the second run was kind of bad, or the ending, I guess. Missing
Mhm.
4 throws. Could have definitely been a close match, this run especially.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Coney, how are you feeling?
You know, you know what? I had a great time. I like to think that my brand of speedrunning, more of a let's play style, you know, trying to show people all the content of the game, is more, you know, in tune with what Nintendo would have wanted. You know,
Yeah.
trying to respect the will of
That's
the
true.
developer, but you know, speedrunning's fine too. You know, it's fine. It's a fine way to play.
Yeah. No, definitely very much intended by Nintendo. I believe this, if any match is going to get us any recognition by Nintendo, it would probably be this one. So, God bless. But yeah, I mean that is that. YORN takes it over. I'm being asked to ask you about the Coney skip. Could we
Oh, yeah, it's something that's original. It's only on N64 hardware. Basically, when you get a star on a certain frame, it looks like the game's resetting and loading up a different state. It's N64 thing. Like you guys
Right.
play emulators. You
Yeah.
guys don't know. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering how you got from 15 or however many stars it was to 119.
Yeah, actually it's like in one frame you get 114. It's actually insane. It's a good way
Yeah.
to skip, you know.
No, yeah, I mean, it was, and it almost worked. It was definitely, if I were you, I would have done it
Still didn't
sooner.
win.
Yeah, no, still. If I was you, I would have just started with 119 stars.
I'll consider that for the next run. I'll think about that in the future. Yeah.
But hey, GG's, thank you for playing. Coney, thank you for smiling through the pain. And Lay Sauce,
Absolutely.
thank you for being here for Co-Coms. I hope that you guys all have a good rest of your day. Is there any final words?
Thank you guys so much for happening. YORN, great games. I know you're going to obliterate Jawsh, and I can't wait to watch it.
I hope so.
Congrats, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
GG's,
Had a lot of
guys.
fun
Thank you
with
for
it.
having me.
See you guys.
GG's. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Okay. That was fun. So, GG's, that is that. Jawsh, it looks like, you know, you're going to have to be going up against that if you take a W. There are people talking about smurfing. Yeah, so I think, you know, I guess I will take the blame for not checking in with YORN. You know, setting up the tournament, I kind of go for a sort of everybody's kind of in the same boat somewhat in terms of skill. But I did not ask about YORN's 70-star experience. So that is where I blundered. If I knew that he had a sub 1 in 70, I would not have had him in the tournament. But that is on me. So I don't want any of you to be, you know, shitting on YORN unnecessarily because I didn't ask. So that's on me. Shit happens. I think we'll still have a pretty good tournament. Jawsh is pretty solid. But yeah, I think that could be a close game. Jawsh has been grinding for a bit, so it's definitely not. It's not like if we had Clint in the tournament or something like that. Like it's not like fucking the end of the world or anything, and it is on me. But yeah, that is what I have to say on that. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Could you not do a handicap or something like last time? Well, the only time I did a handicap last time was because Clint was like really fucking far ahead. YORN is not better than Clint. Clint was like way ahead. Like if anything was scuffed, the fucking last tournament was a bit more scuffed having Clint. The 10-second delay was wait, if you delay the run but also delay their timer, isn't it pointless? Huh? What? But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed. We will be doing Fireball Friday with a special guest on Miz's stream tonight. So I will be there. So I hope that you guys. No, YORN gave me his correct PB. There was no like fucking anything shady on that front. Not even a bit. It was more like YORN had a PB that wasn't really representative of his skill, but that was on my end for not digging a little bit deeper. So, yeah. When the tournament was set in stone, when the seeding was done, and when the bracket was created, his PB was a 2040. But yeah, I hope that you guys had fun. Yeah, the 18 in practice was today. That was from today. That's like post bracket being made. So yeah,